Hello? Come in from the sun, come in for a movement snack. Is anybody there? Yes. It's Movement Monday, everyone. Movement Monday, come on in. Bob's gonna hold the door open for you all. Very polite. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Just come on in, get yourselves comfortable, sitting or standing. And if you're joining us for the first time, don't be alarmed, you have come to the right place. Purposeful movement will commence in about 4 minutes. This is the preamble, pre-broadcast, broadcast. Just to give you time to find us, navigate around, make sure that you can see me, you can hear me. I may well be competing with the sun again today because it's a lovely day here in Portsmouth. Maybe elsewhere in the UK or around the world it's not so sunny. We have Portsmouth also arrived, Northumberland, Wales have arrived. Here we go again. Yes, here we go again. But that's not a bad thing. Here, hello Jane, here, everyone's saying I'm here. Italy's arrived. Hello Italy. So you've joined us, you've found Make Movement your mission, and we will commence with that mission in about 2 minutes now. We're counting down, getting you into the movement moment. And we have over 2,260 people on this particular Facebook group. Some of those are services and organisations that are using this link to send out to their communities. Some people on this group are professionals, health professionals. We have lots of physiotherapy services also using these snacks to get out to their patients. Lincoln is in. Lincoln has joined the live. Hello Janet. So these movement snacks, these videos have really been widespread across the whole of the UK and disseminated through the Chartered Society of Physiotherapy, through publications of Public Health England. So we're thrilled. They're thrilled that our little movement snacks are getting movement on the map. Thank you all for your commitment to the cause and for accepting the mission. And my mum did a funny this morning. She said, the mission isn't impossible. I said, that's good mum, I'm going to use that. So this isn't mission impossible. Hello Ireland. Okay, shall we do it? Shall we? Are you ready? It's nothing like the Eurovision Song Contest, Bob. But we could make it such. Hello Somerset. Right, come on, enough banter, enough preamble. We can't have that take over the focus. We're here to move. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, my name is Bex Townley and I'm here from Later Life Training. Says it on the back to front t-shirt. And we are here to get you movement snacking. So this is our second movement snack of the day. So after this we'll have 20 minutes of additional movement in the benefits bag. We're in week 3, day 15 of this 30-day plan currently. So we've already accumulated over 7 hours of additional movement minutes. Doesn't matter at what point you start, whether you're new today or whether you join this week, the minute we start, you start accumulating the benefits. The minute we start moving, good stuff happens, and that's why we're here. So, The content that informs these sessions is this active calendar here. It's freely downloadable as a PDF. There's a link at the top of this page. We've been working on sit to stand chair rise. We've been working on sideways stepping and balance in standing postures and in seated. Here is our morning mobility routine, and here is our wall press. Just give you a flavour. Get your hands on a calendar, and this can support all these additional movement snacks in between these sessions. For now, we're going to get moving. So our afternoon snack focuses, we do a little bit of circ boost, and we're going to focus on 2 or 3 key strength activities for functional everyday living. So pick your position, please. Sit or stand. If you decide to start in standing, have some support. I've selected this area in the room because there's lots of options. I've got the wall here, I've got a solid surface here, I've got another corner here, so I've got lots of opportunities to put my hands on for confidence. So pick your standing position, lift and open the posture as always, just stand up a little bit taller than you normally do, and we're going to start our circulation boosting activity, which involves a very specific ankle march. Can you see? I'm peeling my heels up off the floor first, looking ahead, and then when you feel ready, just bring in that comfortable arm march to the side, 1 arm, 2 arm, or when you're ready, just this. Keep going in standing. In seated, if this is your position, hip walk forward in the chair. This will make it easier to move and easier in prep to stand. Feet flat on the floor, and our circulation boosting march is here. All of the focus is from the ankles and the feet. It's the feet that lift my knees, almost. My feet push my knees up, so I'm really looking to activate ankles, all on a lifted posture. When you're ready, bring in on a single arm, bring in on a double, or if you prefer, you can bring the hands together. If that's too much, upper and lower, then just park that and focus on one and then the other. Steady pace. The right pace is your pace. This circulation boosting minute and a half serves just to do that, to boost the circulation. So at the end of that, you should just feel, I want to take a deep breath. Shouldn't be overly out of breath. This is not a high intensity aerobic routine. We're just preparing to move. Just before we focus on our upper body functional strength today, we're going to put in some shoulder mobility movements from our morning routine. So as you can see, I'm lifting, pressing back and down. It's exactly the same in the chair. Lift up and down, and you're trying to get as much press back as you can. Just 1, 3 or 5 of those smooth and controlled movements. Good. Okay, just take a pause just before, an extra mobility in. So whatever point is comfortable for you, you're aiming to get, can you get to the ear, or can you get to the top of the head or to the back of the head? So just pick which range of motion is good for you. The head stays still. So if that's as far as you can get, that's fine. Can you get to the top? Can you get behind? And as you can see, my head is still. Here we're just increasing the movement in the shoulders. As you can see, this is how we need our shoulders in everyday life. But today, I want to focus on our upper body strength activity. And here are some options. In seated, you're going to rehearse this press position here. So this angle at the wrist is what we're trying to achieve. We're building up to placing hands on the wall. So here is your option, full extension and as much squeeze back on the elbows as you can. So just extend and push. That's your option, please. Standing options are these. Place the hands on the wall and just feel how the wrists are with that. So just start to explore whether you can get your hands flat on the wall. If you don't want to put hands on your wall, you can use gloves or you can pull your sleeves off of your jumper here. And then over time, we can add a little bit more body weight behind that. Here's the options. Step and press and return. I can leave my fingertips behind for balance if I need. Step and press. So I can really start to rehearse and grade how much body weight I want to use. The whole thing, if you're happy to, is here. Place the hands on, bend. Control the body weight towards the wall. Your other options, you could just do single arm. You could focus on one arm at a time, so you can use a corner here. Again, step and press. And you can really start to gauge how much movement you have in that shoulder. Here, we're trying to get some strength in the upper body. This is all our functional pushing activities, pushing up from bed, pushing up from floor, pushing up from chairs or bath. And also there's some wrist strength going on here also. Really functional all-round activity. So in seated, we're just rehearsing that movement. If you have a chair that you can have close to the wall, let me show you by way of example, you can rehearse this one. You can start to rehearse pushing your own body weight. There's so much value in that. So I can rehearse here. And the next time you push yourselves out of bed in the morning, just have a think. Ah yes, that's the exact action I need. Okay, so that's our upper body done. Now we're going to do some strength activities in the legs, and here are your options. This is our functional sit to stand or chair rise. It's in the calendar also. The full option, here, walk forward in the chair. This will make it easier to stand. Heels back and down. This will make it easier to stand. I'm going to shift my weight forwards, drive up, pedal feet, get balance, feel for the chair on the backs of the legs, some external support if I want, and here where we get the extra strength. Slow, 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 slow on the way down. The slower we sit, the more effortful it will feel here on the legs, but that's where we get the strength gain. So you control that. We definitely want to power up. This makes it easier to stand. And can you slow it down? So every time you sit down throughout the day, have a little think. When you get to here, you might have a bit of a crash landing. That's because you're not quite strong enough. Can we try and string together 3, 4, 5 of those? Off you go if that's your option. Seated options. We call this the jockey lift. Same position, backside forward, heels back and down. Hands on thighs if you want. You can get some extra push through the wrists. And it's a lift off and down. So your backside just comes off and down. And can you see my whole of my trunk is still lifted, it's still straight, and I drive forward and up, pushing through the heel. So even if you can't get your backside off the chair yet, push your heels into the floor and you'll feel the muscles here starting to work. That's the very beginnings of that strength to get us out of the chair. Make sure you take one and have a relax and release, have a rest in between before you go again. Okay, great. So that's our sit to stand. This is the key movements, this wall press and this chair rise together have absolute functional application across all of our activities of daily living. I want to crowbar in another strength. We've started to introduce this one in recent days. So if you think our wall press is our pushing activities, what about pull? What about pulling activities and strengthening our posture muscles and upper back? Here's one option. This is a tea towel. You can do this in sit or in stand. It's not the perfect piece of equipment to do this. Something stretchy would be better, a pair of tights or some kind of elastic. But have a look, palms up position. I'm going to come closer so you can see. Keep this at barely button height. I pull apart a little bit, so put the tea towel on tension, and from here I squeeze back and then return, and then release and relax. So as you can see here, as I squeeze this tea towel, I'm getting some grip strength and keeping the wrist firm, so I've got some strength there also, and I'm just easing it back like so, and then return. And in seated, it's the same. Squeeze in and release. So this is just an introduction to what adding some resistance to these movements might feel like. And if you think in daily living, when we lift stuff, push stuff, pull stuff, that's the resistance. We just take those movements and we can be more mindful of them in these movement snacks. So hopefully all these other activities become easier. Here we go. 10 minutes done. I wanted to show you this. Look, we're halfway on our mission. That was the halfway mark. Here. That's all 90 movement snacks. So motivationally for me, that visual motivation is really kind of helping me with this mission. So do feel free to do something similar. That's 20 minutes in the bag. I'll be back at 4 o'clock for another 10 minutes, another free 10 minutes of movement. And don't forget, keep crowbarring stuff in. Heel raises, chair raises, sitting slower, a couple of little wall presses as you go by. It all counts. Accumulate the gains, folks. I'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Thank you very much.